Hello everyone, welcome to the Oh So Inspired collaboration for September 2019. This is hosted by Call Me Crafty Owl, who is Alicia. Now, she will not have a video this month, but she may be putting up a video to introduce the rest of us, but she won't have a project this month. Anyway, our inspiration is a fringed heart layout by Joni, and this actually came off a website called A Cherry on Top Crafts. And it's got some flag banners up here. It says happy. It's got this large heart that has fringed papers on it. It actually does have some sewing right along here and some little white pearls scattered throughout. And then it's got a photograph here of a wedding, a bride and groom, I guess, or yeah, I'm assuming. And then some flowers here, and there's actually some flowers lower. It's down here. Here's the full picture. So I took from it the fringe, the wood grain, pinks and greens, and I put Magnolia Lane ? Because that's a paper line and Memories and More cards that I have that have the pale pinks and greens. Sewing and flowers, that was my initial, what can I take from it? And wood grain was another one. And originally I thought, well, I'll try and do this fringing, but the first card, and originally I was like, I don't know if I want to do a heart because it's not Valentine's, and I just wasn't feeling the heart at the beginning. Well, I ended up with a heart. I did 2 cards. Let me show them to you one by one. This is the first one. It's on petal pink cardstock. This wood grain paper is actually out of the Come Together Designer Series papers by Stampin' Up. So it's a fall paper. There's little pumpkins on the back of it. And I just cut it into a piece that would fit on the card front. And I also cut some smaller pieces to go on the heart. So what I did is I did layer strips of paper. Now this piece actually is a part of an envelope from the, what did I do with them? Oh, hang on. From the Magnolia Lane Memories and More cards and envelopes. And I cut up one of the envelope inside pieces into strips. Because it had more white on it than some of the cards. And then this is a piece of one of the larger cards. Memories and More cards. This is another strip of the paper, and this was a piece of a Memories and More card, a smaller one I'd already cut into, so I used a strip of that. And down here's another little piece of wood grain. So this heart is out of the Be Mine stitched dies. We don't call them framelits anymore. It was number 148527. I'm not sure what the new number is. And I simply used this one. Now, when you cut this out, it cuts out the center, and then it separately cuts out the scallop edge. And that worked out okay in this case. First I was like, oh, that's not what I want. But it is, because it enabled me to glue down these strips onto the main piece and then still have the border around it, which I think really makes it pop a little bit. This is a piece of cut up 3x4 Memories and More card. This is a piece of the pink vellum out of the Perennial Essence, let me see what they call it. Perennial Essence 12x12 inch vellum cardstock that was in 3 colors, the pink, the yellow, and a green. And I took the 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punch and just, you'll see I punched 2 out because I have one on the next card as well. And then this is just a sticker out of the Memories and More card pack, stickers sheets. And then this is the petal pink, one sec, petal pink organdy striped ribbon, 5/8 inch wide. It's a little bit hard to tie a bow. I mean, you can tie a bow, but it's a little hard to make it shorter, and so I tacked it down in 3 places, both bow ends and the back here. And then I just put on 3 little basic pearl gems And on the inside is Whisper White with a piece of the wood grain going in the same direction as this. So that is my first card. And my second card is similar. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I actually took my scissors and I didn't fringe it, but I sort of frayed the edges. I roughed them up, and then I took my Petal Pink Dark alcohol marker and just went around the edges, and of course that would bleed, which it did, into the wood, but I actually like that. I think it gives it more dimension. So it's roughed up intentionally around the edges with the blade of the scissors. You know, I just went like, you know, like this and roughed it up. So I didn't actually do fringe on this card at all. But I did do the layering. I did put wood grain, and I do have, like, you can't really see it here, but this photo has a lot of green edging, so I brought out green and a flower. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is similar. I did not do that edging. I kind of wish I had, though. But I did the bottom here, I fringed it. So I glued it all down except for this fringy layer, which is loose here, and I probably ought to rough it up a little so you can see it, right? See the fringe better. There you go. And then same idea with the heart. Now here I actually used the stamp set Good Morning Magnolia and used this Thanks and stamped that in Pear Pizzazz and then onto Whisper White, and then I backed it with Pear Pizzazz paper. Again, and that's bumped up on dimensionals, as is this actually. Then I was going to stamp a flower from that set, but I think it was too big. But I found I had 2 extra Pear Pizzazz leaves already die cut, so I glued them onto the back of this. And then I did die cut, or punch, I'm sorry, the 1 3/8 inch circle out of the vellum, and then this is another one of the stickers out of the sticker pack. And I put a few more little pearls on this one than I did the other one. So that is the second one. And oh, and on this one, instead of the ribbon, I used the linen thread. And then inside, again, I used wood grain, but this time you'll notice this one, the wood grain's going up and down, and this one it's going horizontally. So I had it over here going horizontally as well, where on this one it's going up and down. So those are my 2 cards inspired by the Fringed Heart layout by Joni. I hope you enjoyed that. I had fun making them, and once I got started it wasn't so bad, but I always seem to have like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do, you know? What am I gonna do this month? And I had a couple different ideas, one being like a CD, altered CD with the layers on it and fringing it, but I just wasn't feeling that this month, so I ended up with my standby of cards, but I think they came out pretty. And yeah, and I do have the heart with the layers of papers, just not all of them are fringed. So let me know which one's your favorite. Put it down in the bottom. I like them both. They're both different, similar but different. I like them both, so let me know. All right, please hop along to the others in the collab, which will all be linked down below, and I will have the I am here next to me so you know where you are. And be sure to check out everyone else. I'm anxious to see what everyone came up with from the inspiration piece. Have a great Saturday. I'm sorry, Sunday. This is being shot on Saturday. Have a great Sunday and week ahead. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.